watching. My name is Kelly and this is the Global Bookworm, here with my first book haul of 2016, filming it on the very first day of 2016. It is New Year's Day today and I did not sleep as late as I thought I was going to sleep, given that I didn't get home until about 4. And I've already got lots done. First dishes of 2016 have been washed, huzzah. So let's go and film a video at long last. I know I'm not very good with the uploads, but... And you know, I'm not even going to make any promises this year, because although I will be filming like a 2015 wrap-up video and then sort of my most anticipated reads of 2016, I don't think I'm going to do any bookish resolutions this year because I have so many really serious other resolutions for 2016 just for life in general. I really want 2016 to be a year of self-improvement. Of course we all want that, but I really want to focus on less external things. I think I've been very reactive to outside influences, and I really just want to focus on me and getting me to the place where other people's actions or inaction doesn't just throw me off. So, you may notice a bit of a theme to this haul, although actually you know what, this is a really eclectic haul. So here it is. We will be doing a wee bit of unboxing, and that's kind of part of the reason I'm filming it today, because there's some stuff that I've been waiting to unbox for about 2 months. So I really hope it didn't arrive damaged, because it's too late now. Since I've already gone on about the self-improvement stuff, let's start off with some self-improvement stuff here. So, first off, and really looking forward to reading this as much as you can look forward to reading something like this. This is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor E. Frankl. I love the cover on this, and it's a very slim little volume. It's about Viktor Frankl, who was a prisoner, who was interned in the Nazi death camps, including Auschwitz. I think he was in 4 in total. And when he came out, he discovered that his parents were dead. I think his sister was dead and his wife was dead. He was there, I'm not even sure for how many years. One of the outstanding classics to emerge from the Holocaust, Man's Search for Meaning is Viktor Frankl's story of his struggle for survival in Auschwitz and other Nazi concentration camps. Today, this remarkable tribute to hope offers us an avenue to finding greater meaning and purpose in our lives. So he was, I think, a psychologist, or I'm pretty sure he was a psychologist, so that gave him quite a unique background from which to study his fellow prisoners' reaction to their circumstances, and, you know, how do you go on every day when every day is so horrific. And we all think we're dealing with some horrid stuff sometimes, but I don't think many of us are dealing with anything on a par with this. So I'm looking forward to reading this because I think it's something that deserves to be read, but I expect it to be quite difficult in terms of subject matter. Next, I have The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. I do quite a lot of research before I buy these self-help books, because I know that a lot of them are just cash cows, and the only people actually improving their circumstances by the methods that they sell in their books are the people writing the books. So I did a lot of research, and this one actually has extremely good reviews. It's said to be very helpful, and it's one of those ones backed up by some actual science, which I don't know, maybe I'm just justifying the genre, but I prefer it when my self-help has some science. So this is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Put that one there. Next, I'm not completely sure about this woman yet. She is Gabrielle Bernstein, May Cause Miracles, a 6-week kickstart to unlimited happiness. She, quite a young woman. She also wrote Spirit Junkie, which I think she's more well known for. I'm not sure if I believe in her yet, but she is a student of a much larger text called A Course in Miracles, which is supposed to be quite dense and hard to penetrate. So I figured I'd use this because it's greatly influenced by that, and then maybe I'll go to that eventually. See how I get on with this one first. I'm going to be starting it today. Sorry about the road noise. I'm going to start it today, and hopefully the first 6 weeks of my 2016 will be awesome sauce. I think that one, and okay, I think these are self-helpy as well, so let us unbox. Why can I never do this right? So, I also have a rather hideous edition of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I didn't expect it to be quite this hideous. It looks atrocious. But it was the cheapest one there, and I intend to like annotate it and highlight it. So I guess maybe it's just as well that it's so very self-published kinda. It's hideous. This is a very famous one, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I don't know if the advice is still going to be that good. People say it is, but I don't know if they're just jumping on the bandwagon. So I guess I'll read it and you'll find out. It's certainly been around for a while and been successful for a long time. Think and Grow Rich is the most important financial book ever written, but I don't think it's just about money. I think it's about enriching your life in general. Napoleon Hill researched more than 40 millionaires to find out what made them the men that they were. Sexist. In this book, he imparts that knowledge to you. Once you've read this book, you will understand what gives certain people an edge over everyone else. By following the advice laid out clearly in this book, you'll be the one with an edge. It's time to stop wondering what it's like to be rich and start knowing. This book has changed countless lives, and it can change yours. I think that sounds like crap, but I'm willing to give it a go, if only for the research for the motivation section upstairs at work. Whereas, okay, this I think is another one. Ow. And it is, okay, I forgot about this one. So, recently I've made a sort of a return into the dating world after pretty horrific, well no, a very big first love that ended, not especially badly, but it ended and that was bad enough, and it messed me up for a little while. And in returning back to dating, again, I want to be less reactive and more in control of myself and less obsessive about outer things. So, I bought Why Men Love Bitches, which actually I'll pair that with this other last kind of self-improvement one, which is Women Who Love Too Much. I think a lot of women, and it seems to be dependent on upbringing a lot of the time. As you can see, I've already started reading this one and I've tabbed quite a lot of it. I think of myself as having had a wonderful childhood, but in all honesty, crap went down, as it did in yours, I'm sure, and I think it's probably affected the way that I am in these love relationships. So this one is very, very psychologically based. It has a lot of studies of people in these sort of codependency relationships and what it is about their pasts and maybe their conditions that contributes to the fact that they always seem to wind up in the same kind of relationships. So this is actually quite good. It's quite hard to get through. It's quite dense. A lot of psychobabble, but good. And this one here, although the title is quite, yeah, I don't like the title, Why Men Love Bitches. It's not about being a bitch, it's kind of about knowing your own mind and not bending yourself for another's whims. It's about staying true to yourself and not changing so that you can keep someone you're scared of losing when you shouldn't really be scared of losing anyone. You know, you shouldn't be with someone out of fear of not being with them. So that's what these are about. A little bit embarrassed by them, but I think they're gonna help. So put those there. We're done with that stuff. This is maybe a little related. I recently bought, oh, and actually they're over here. Okay, I'm back, and I'm just going to come out and say it because you've already got a dodgy idea of me from those books over there. I bought some tarot cards. Partly it's because I won the card sign-up competition at work last month. No, it's January now, so in November I ended up getting some money to spend at my bookstore because I won the competition, and I used it to buy some tarot cards. And I did this because I had read a description in this book here, which I also bought. It is the Tarot Bible by Sarah Bartlett, and it describes tarot not only as a means of divination, that's kind of a side effect, not for telling the future, but as a tool to honing your intuition. It describes the tarot really as a tool to bring out into the open what you already know inside. And I like that idea, and I like the idea of improving my intuition. It does say that as they do tend to be, once you're good at reading them, they do tend to be quite accurate at predicting future events, but that's not what I got them for. And I also like the idea that once you are good enough with these that you can verbalize the reading, that you can weave a story around the cards. I think that's actually quite good in terms of like linguistic creativity, because obviously you're tied to the meanings of the cards, but there's a certain amount of creativity and leeway to how you can apply those meanings and join the cards together to create a cohesive reading, if that makes sense. So I bought the Radiant Rider-Waite tarot cards because I heard that the very well-known Waite Smith cards, which these are based off of, have quite an insipid colour palette. So I bought these, which are very nice and have lots of yellow, and yellow is my favourite colour. I'll put those there actually. I bought this, and most recently I actually bought this, The Ultimate Guide to Tarot, which I kind of think, when I first saw this, I thought it said The Ultimate Guide to Tantra, because there's something about this that looks very hot and steamy and sexy, and maybe that's just me. So that's my tarot haul. The Ultimate Guide to Tarot by Liz Dean. Stay. Okay, oh, maybe I lied. Maybe there is one more book that's kind of self-helpy. No, it's not self-help. I bought Meditations by Marcus Aurelius because, again, I'm trying to improve myself. I want to be a little bit more philosophical, a bit less black and white, I was going to say, but I guess Marcus Aurelius was a strict practitioner of Stoic philosophy, so I guess he was pretty black and white, but I'm learning to consider other people's views and other people's philosophies besides my own. I can be very rigid sometimes about my own opinion. Next I have The Infinite Sea by Rick Yancey, which I got free, which is always nice because we were giving it away with film tie-in covers for the Fifth Wave. So I have this, but I haven't read the Fifth Wave yet, although I will read it soon because obviously the film's coming out this month. I still can't get used to the fact that it's 2016. This is probably my favourite, well, it might be my favourite purchase until I unwrap the other one. This is Tarzan of the Apes and the Return of Tarzan by Edgar Rice Burroughs. This is the word cloud edition, so it's kind of a flexi cover. It feels like a faux leather, and it's like a cross between a hardback and a paperback. And then end papers looking rather gorgeous. And one of my favourite films is called Tarzan, Lord of Greystoke, and it's quite old. I think it's 80s maybe. And it stars a young Christopher Lambert, who was the Highlander, and he was in the fortress. and it has the story quite true to the novel as far as I know, and it's fascinating. So I'm going to read this, and this year, not next year, there is a new live-action Tarzan starring Alexander Skarsgård, who played Eric in True Blood, who will be playing Tarzan, and it's excitement. This I got in a second-hand shop, The Blind Assassin by Margaret Atwood. I have not read any Margaret Atwood, and I must. That is the sole reason why I bought this. Plus, it's a floppy paperback. And we don't have this edition at work, so I bought that. Next, I have Elif Shafak, The 40 Rules of Love. And Ella Rubinstein has a husband, 3 teenage daughters, and a pleasant home. Everything that should make her confident and fulfilled. Yet there is an emptiness at the heart of Ella's life, an emptiness once filled by love. So when Ella reads a manuscript about the 13th century Sufi poet Rumi and Shams of Tabriz, and his 40 rules of life and love, she is shocked out of herself. Turning her back on her family, she embarks on a journey to meet the mysterious author of the book. That was coming on for a while. Obviously this sounds a little bit, well, quite a lot along the lines of Elizabeth Gilbert's Eat, Pray, Love. You know, woman actually seems to have it all. She'd probably be grateful for what she has, but she's not, and goes off in midlife crisis or whatever. But I've heard that this writer is very good, and I'm also interested in his book called The Architect's Apprentice, which has a boy and an elephant who are like best friends or something. So that was enough to sell me on it. But I got this one, and I think it's going to be good. It's in our literature section as opposed to our fiction, so it's supposed to be a little bit better quality. Alright, last two things. God, it's hot as soon as I turn off my fan. This is, I bought this on AMAZEballs.com. Seriously? Scissors. Okay, we have scissors. Have scissors, we'll open parcel. So AMAZEbooks.com, and I got it a while ago again, so please don't be too messed up. This is a picture book called The Beast Beneath the Bed by Clemency Pierce and Laura Hughes. I read this at the beginning of last year when I was in the Outback, and there was a resident 4-year-old whom I read this to, and it's the first time I ever read it. And as I remember, it's told in rhyme. Yeah, rhyming couplets, and it's about a boy with a beast under his bed, and of course the boy is frightened of the beast, but then by the end it turns out the beast was frightened of the boy. And I really love this, so I went on Abe Books, I think I need a drink, and bought it, and I'm pleased. The first time I've ever published anything from Abe Books, or ABE Books, and I would do so again. Last one, and this is the one I'm most hoping is not messed up. Book Depository, if this is... It's 2016, everything's going to be fine. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's... Yeah. I almost bought this in paperback, which is all we have in Australia, but I had to have the hardback because just look at it, look at it. And it has deckled edges and a stunning flypaper. God, how gorgeous does she look? Naked, oh, the naked cover is sexy. I have never had a purple cover on my hardbacks. Look, that's fine too. I think that's even better than the cover. But the cover is lovely too. I think the cover would be good if it was a double layered one, and these were actually cutouts, and then this was, you know, maybe built into this. That would be cool. Anyway, this is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adair. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And it's basically a retelling of 1001 Nights or Arabian Nights, and the sequel to this is already one of my most anticipated reads of 2016, even though I haven't read this one yet. So, oh, I'm so happy it's okay. Thank you, Book Depository. I put trust in you and it was rewarded. So those are my first books hauled. Can you even see all of those? These are the first books hauled of 2016. And I kind of have to focus on saving up some money next year, so I'm not sure how many I'll be buying in future. Yeah, size order was all wrong, but you know, you saw them, you believe me. These are my books. And now I'm going to go and get on with a very productive first day of the year. Guys, I hope you had a great time ringing in 2016. I hope 2016 brings you just more than you ever dreamed of and more than you ever wanted for yourselves, and also that we all, myself included, are kinder to each other. I really want to be a nicer person this year. Thank you very much for watching, and if you liked this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and just do whatever the hell you want, but just be happy. Bye!